Hello, maravilhosos e maravilhosas! Welcome! Uhul! Gente, para quem não me conhece, eu sou a Teacher Fran e esse é o nosso primeiro vídeo da série Let's Read Together. Há uns dias atrás eu tive a ideia de começar aqui no meu canal uma série de leituras, de livros, e não precisa ser somente livros, tá? Se vocês quiserem que eu leia outras coisas, a gente também pode ler. Nós vamos começar aqui por esse livrinho, e lembrando que todos esses vídeos, eles vão ter legendas em português e legendas em inglês, então se você quiser ativar alguma delas, você só clicar aqui tem um ícone aqui em cima de legendas, e você pode clicar neles e você pode escolher tanto a legenda em português quanto a legenda em inglês. Mas antes da gente começar a leitura, eu sempre peço para vocês se inscreverem aqui no canal, ativar as notificações e deixar aqui embaixo nos comentários o que vocês querem que eu leia. Eu posso ler outros livros, outras histórias. Eu também posso ler algumas notícias em inglês, Vai aí de acordo com o que vocês desejarem, então, por favor, deixem aqui nos comentários. Um detalhe do vídeo de hoje, eu estou gravando aqui fora, Então, assim, vocês vão ouvir passarinhos passando, vocês vão ouvir muitas coisas, Então me desculpem se o áudio ficar um pouquinho, assim, com um pouquinho, de alguma coisa, um ruído, mas eu estou com o meu microfone maravilhoso, então acho que vai ficar bom o áudio, tá bom? Então nós vamos começar aqui com esse livro que se chama An American Host Family, que é da Thelma Guimarães de Castro. Quem me conhece, quem assiste os vídeos aqui, já ouviu esse termo aqui, chamado de Host Family, E o que significa esse termo? Esse termo significa família anfitriã. Então, quando você vai para um país e você tem a possibilidade ou de morar sozinho, ou de morar com outras pessoas, ou você também tem a possibilidade de morar com uma host family, uma família anfitriã. E no caso aqui desse livro, é a história do Matheus, que saiu aqui de São Paulo e foi para os Estados Unidos e ficou na casa desta American Host Family. Durante a leitura, vocês vão perceber que tem alguns termos que a gente já aprendeu em algumas aulas aqui. Então, por favor, se você não assistiu às nossas aulas, essa sequência de aulas de inglês que eu estou oferecendo aqui, as aulas de inglês gratuitas com material incluso, volta lá um pouquinho, assiste as aulas, se familiariza com alguns termos e depois a gente volta aqui, tá bom? O nome do livro é An American Host Family, da autora Thelma Guimarães de Castro. Matheus is 15 years old. He is an exchange student. It's his second day in the United States. He's from Brazil. He is staying with the Boer's family. It's 6:15 in the morning. Mrs. Boer is setting the table and everybody's up. Matheus is washing his face, brushing his teeth, combing his hair. He's downstairs now. He says good morning to Mrs. Boer, Valerie, Mr. Boer, Steve, and their children, his brother, Bill, who is his age, and his sister, Anne, who is 16. They are having breakfast now. Milk and cornflakes, bacon and eggs, toast, raspberry jam, and muffins. I really like these. What are these? Matheus asks Mrs. Boer. Muffins. They are very popular in the United States, she answers. Bill and Anne are laughing. Don't you have muffins in your country? They ask the boy. Well, I don't think so. How do you spell it? He wants to know. Muffins. Mr. Boer spells out slowly. Mrs. Boer is glad. She thinks it's really good when somebody appreciates her recipes. They are at Dixon High School now. Matheus is very anxious. He meets many people from Mexico, Ecuador, Argentina, France, Portugal, and Italy. They are foreign students, like he is. The school is very different from his school in Brazil. It's much bigger, with a swimming pool and, best of all, there are partitions between the classrooms. He doesn't have to buy any books. The school lends the books to the students. At the end of the year, the students must give them back. They can't write in the books, of course. That's very unusual. Why don't our schools do the same? He wonders. There's a nice music playing all around. He likes it. It's nice. You can relax, he thinks. Mrs. White is Mateus' English teacher. She's sweet and patient. Mrs. White introduces the new student. This is our friend Mr. Lopez from São Paulo, Brazil, she starts. Well, how do you like it here, Mateus? Mateus explains it's his first week in Conyers, Georgia. It's his first day at school, too. He says he wants to know the American way of life and expects he can tell interesting things about his country. He hopes to make many friends at school. After the English class, Mateus is introduced to another teacher, Mr. Black, who teaches American literature. Mateus thinks those last names are very strange. They are names of colors. The students must read some poems. Mateus is a little nervous. He doesn't know that poem. He doesn't know that poet, Walt Whitman. The poem is long and he's afraid of making too many mistakes in his manner of speech. Go on, Mr. Black encourages the student. You must feel the poetry, my son. Poetry is like music. It fills your heart with love, tenderness, and sometimes with sadness. Mateus starts reading. It's not easy being a foreign student, he thinks to himself. A schoolmate named Joe tells him the third class is Mr. Mendes. He is the geography teacher. Mr. Mendes starts the class telling the students that Colombia is the biggest producer of coffee in South America. Do you agree, Mr. Lopez? He asks the boy. No, sir. As far as I know, Brazil is the first one. Brazil produces 20% of the world coffee production and Colombia produces 14%. Very good. You are right. We can exchange information about our countries. Don't you agree? Mateus thinks so. He loves it when people ask him questions about his country. There is a 30-minute break until the next class begins. Some of the students walk to the library, others stand in the corridor or go to the toilets, drink some water, or just keep on talking to their friends. Bill and Anne take Mateus to the school music hall. They sit down on the stairs and relax for a time. Mateus thinks it's a cool thing. Fourth class. The students have to leave the class and go to the gym. Mateus is surprised. Dancing classes? How come? What for? The teacher says they must take square dance. Mrs. Carter introduces herself to the students. The students must do the same. Hello, my name is Susan Clifford. What's your name? A blonde girl with blue eyes starts the conversation. Hi, my name is Mateus Lopez and I'm from Brazil. It's my first dance. Please help me, he asks. Of course, answers Susan. The girl is very patient. She doesn't know how to dance either. They laugh a lot when they stumble together. What kind of dance is this? Mateus asks her. Boot, scoot and boogie, Susan tells him. Susan is very cute. She helps Mateus all the time. I hope she can give me a little help next class, he thinks. Fifth class. Bill takes Mateus to the lab. There's a nursery right beside the lab. It's the first time he sees a nursery in his school. Mrs. Jones gives the biology books to the students. She shows the students Mr. Jack's skeleton. Everybody laughs. Mrs. Jones is funny. Mateus likes her. Mr. Jack is a very weird skeleton. He has a Chicago Bulls cap on their skull. It's 12:15. Mateus is at the cafeteria now. The students pick up their trays and choose their meal. Mateus sits between Bill and Anne. Bill has chocolate milk, salad, spaghetti, and for dessert, strawberry jelly. Anne prefers orange juice, salad, rice, fried chicken, and for dessert, apple. Mateus asks for rice, beans, and a steak. his favorite food in Brazil. Bill and Anne tell him they don't usually have steak in a cafeteria, only at the restaurants. They also tell him that rice and beans are not so popular in the United States. And it's too expensive, they say. So, Mateus decides to ask for iced tea, salad, rice, fried chicken, and an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and tells him an American proverb. Okay, an apple then. Mateus likes the meal, but he longs for Brazilian food. Physical education is the last class. They have double lessons today. There are only boys in the lesson. They have to learn some basketball rules. The coach's nickname is Big Bull. He's really tall. They must change clothes, take off their jeans, t-shirts, and put on the uniform. Navy blue shorts, yellow t-shirts, and sneakers. Now they are ready to play. They are the Bulls. As soon as the bell rings, the classes are over. Some students go back home by car with their parents. Mateus, Bill, and Anne take the school bus to go back home. Bill has the front door key. Mr. and Mrs. Brewer usually get home late. They work downtown Atlanta and take a long way driving back home. The kids are hungry. I bet everybody here is hungry, Bill says. I am, and opens the freezer. Me too, Mateus is still a little shy. Bill has an idea. He can try to make some muffins for his new friend. Everybody likes the idea. Bill looks for his mother's book of recipes. He starts to teach Mateus how to make the muffins. The muffins are ready now and they are delicious. Bill and Mateus go to the living room and turn on the TV. While they watch TV, they eat the muffins. It's 5:30 and their parents aren't home yet. The kitchen is a mess. Anne calls the boys. She needs some help. Mateus asks his friend about the maid. She can come tomorrow and clean it, can't she? Anne and Bill tell him they don't have a maid. Everybody must help with the housework. They have to cook, wash, dry, clean their bedrooms, and make the beds to help their mother. Mateus tells them in Brazil it's quite different. Then he figures out it's not so different. In fact, most people in Brazil don't have maids. They must do everything by themselves. They go on talking while they clean up that mess. After that, they start doing their homework. It's almost 7. The telephone rings. The Brewers are going to arrive late. They have a meeting and they are coming back at around 9. Anne decides to fix hot dogs so her parents can have some when they come back home. She opens the freezer and takes out the sausages, but she discovers there is no bread. We can order a pizza, she says. Maybe we can make a Brazilian recipe, Mateus suggests. Anne and Bill agree. They want to taste Brazilian food. Mateus goes upstairs and brings down a magazine. Here there are some recipes from Brazil. I can try this one. Cheese empadinha, Mateus says. We can help you. The kids are curious. That's okay. Mateus is anxious. It's the first time he cooks. He hopes he succeeds. The cheese empadinhas are finally ready. They are setting the table when Mr. and Mrs. Brewer enter the dining room. They are very tired, but they are happy. A good smell comes from the kitchen. What are these little things, Mateus? They smell good. They are very curious. The boy is very proud of himself. The empadinhas seem to be delicious. They sit for dinner. The cheese empadinhas are absolutely fantastic. I really like these. What do you can tell them, son? Mr. Burr asks Mateus. Cheese empadinhas, Dad. A doll filled with grated cheese, Mateus explains. Empadinhas are very popular in Brazil. They can be filled with hearts of palm, shrimp, chicken, or cheese. You don't have empadinhas in the USA, do you? He asked his host family. Well, I don't think so. How do you spell it? Asks Mrs. Burr. Empadinhas, Mateus spells out slowly. Anne and Bill don't even repeat it. They can't stop eating. Oh, I'm full, says Mr. Burr. Would you help me with these dishes? Mrs. Burr asks for help. Mr. Burr takes the dishes off the table while the kids help their mother. After doing the dishes, they sit near the fireplace and turn on the TV. Anne and Bill start to argue. Anne wants to watch a soap opera, but Bill prefers Tales from the Crypt. They're just like my brothers in Brazil, Mateus smiles. The Burrs turn on to CNN News. The weather forecast says it will probably snow for the following day. Mateus is very excited. He wants to see snow. He wonders what it looks like. He says good night to the Burrs. God bless you, they tell their Brazilian son. God bless you too, Mom and Dad, he says. Mateus is tired. His brothers are still arguing downstairs. Many things are different, but not so many. He thinks as he gets into bed before he starts to pray. E essa foi a nossa história de hoje. E é isso, gente. Essa foi a nossa história de hoje. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Lembrando que esse é um exercício, tá bom? Não só uma história. Então, quanto mais vocês ouvirem essa história, mais vocês vão se familiarizar com as palavras e mais vocês vão entender. Então, eu peço para vocês mandarem também para os seus amigos. Não importa se o seu amigo tá no intermediário, tá no avançado, manda essa história para ele e vocês também podem trocar informações, ver o que vocês entenderam e tudo mais, qual foi a parte que um entendeu mais, que o outro entendeu menos, e aí vocês vão conseguir se ajudar, porque quanto mais a gente se dispõe, né, a ajudar uns aos outros, mais rápido a gente vai aprender inglês. E é isso, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Por favor, curte, comente, compartilhe, me manda aqui embaixo o que vocês querem que eu leia mais, tá bom? And see you guys soon. Um beijo, bye bye!